Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Carole Baskin from Big Cat Rescue. In big cat news around the world, you can find it at bigcatrescue.org/news. Tiger King Carole Baskin says her big cat rescue has lost over $1 million due to COVID-19 pandemic. It's because of the tour revenue that we have lost. We closed our doors on March the 15th, and there's no chance of them opening any time before maybe next winter, if then, because things are just more and more dire. And now they're bringing the Super Bowl here, which I just can't imagine will not. There's too many knots here. I think the Super Bowl is going to bring all kinds of virus to this town, and it's just, I can't even go there. Back to news. Wolves may be driving down mountain lions into Idaho valleys. Straight Talking with Tiger King's Carole Baskin. Each one of these, you can just click on the picture or the headline, and it'll take you right to the story. This TOI, I really hate the fact that all of their articles come with TOI, like anybody wants to see that. We want to see the picture from the story because people click on pictures. But it's about a leopard found trapped in a snare that was rescued and to be radio collared and released. So that is exciting that it will be able to go free and maybe give us some information about the cat and how it lives. For the Love of Big Cats in Inquirer Entertainment. And I love this. It starts out saying there is zero justification for breeding wildlife in captivity. And that's from Derek Joubert. He's the guy from Big Cat Diaries that we all love. Yeah. Tiger jumps over the wall as tourists get close to click pictures. Watch the horrifying video of this absurd behavior. You know, I love that ecotourism is a way for people to protect wild animals rather than killing them and taking their forest and burning it. But it gets out of hand in so many cases. And that's why I think it's so important to recreate all of those activities in a headset so that there aren't any wild cats being exposed to people. Imagine if you could put on your headset and you are in that forest and you're looking down over the edge of that little rock wall, and there is the cat right there, and it jumps up on the wall and it's right in your face because that's where the camera is, not your face. But it looks like it's your face because you are in that cat's world in that headset. That's the kind of engagement people want and need, is to feel like they are so connected to nature. And we can't do that by breeding cats for life in prison cells. We got to get away from that and into the virtual reality world. Or in that case, it's real reality, except it's happening in two different places. So you only feel like it's virtual because you are sitting in your comfy chair at home and seeing all of that magnificent drama unfold in the wild. Carole, a rescued tiger cub to be trained to hunt in the wild. Good luck with that. Worker at Big Cat Sanctuary bitten and hospitalized. This was at Tiger Haven. Tiger Haven has, they said, 270 big cats in this article. I had talked to the owner, Mary Lynn Haven, back in November of 2020, and she said that they had 253 exotic cats then. So they just keep taking in cats. And the philosophical difference that we have with Tiger Haven is that she will let any of these bad guys dump on her. So as soon as they can't use the cubs anymore, they can dump them at Tiger Haven. And because she's not regulated by USDA, they just kind of drop off the radar there, and nobody knows what happens to them after they go there. And I think that there should be government oversight at a place that has, now they claim, 270 big cats. That's a lot of cats on 60 acres, I think they said they had. It's a whole lot of cats. And it's almost all big cats. And so I don't know the extent of the damage to the worker. My heart goes out to her and to Mary Lynn. I know what that's like to have somebody injured. And that's just a horrible thing for everybody involved. But the main thing is we need to end the breeding of these big cats. And you can do that at bigcatact.com. And we have reached out to Mary Lynn saying, hey, we're really sorry about this. We hope your person's going to be okay. But now might be a really good time to rethink your enabling of these bad guys and come into the fold with those of us who are trying to get this federal bill passed that would actually stop the need for rescuers like us. Had a coughing fit. I've been doing interviews all morning and my voice is just gone. In Singapore, there was a lion cub born at a Singapore zoo. Shame on them. Nobody should be breeding big cats for life in cages. This one that says, heartbreak as Carole Baskin talks Tiger King with Yahoo Lifestyle Australia. I had a really nice conversation with a guy who was the Yahoo wildlife reporter. And we talked for a long time, like over an hour. And I thought it was going to be this article, but I didn't find it at this link for xoonews.com. So I'm hoping that the actual article will show up. Or maybe I'm just clicking the wrong place on that page, because I think it's going to be a good interview. He was really a nice guy. Survival of the cutest baby animals make their first steps in a new safari show on Mirror Online. Larsa Pippen, her visit to Doc Antle to pose with those tiger cubs that they put in the water. The reason that people do that is because when somebody wants to pose with a cub, especially a cub this big, the cubs don't want any part of that. And they're fighting and clawing and biting and trying to get away from people. And so if you throw them in water that's over their heads, they have no other opportunity than to cling to that person or let that person hold them up. And so that's how they manage to get shots like this. And so PETA sent a complaint to USDA, and we sent a complaint to USDA saying this cub is way bigger than USDA rules allow, and that they should enforce their rules. And hopefully they will take action, and we're hoping that you will reach out to them as well. If you go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Carole Baskin, and there you will find the email address for USDA to register your displeasure at them allowing this kind of thing to happen. And this is while he's under indictment for trafficking and wildlife abuse charges. I mean, what on earth are these people thinking? Well, I'll tell you what they're thinking. They're thinking nobody's going to do anything about it because nobody ever has before. And I think that's about to change. And then this article was not about cats specifically, but it was so good, I really thought that it was worth posting. And when Paula saw it on my Facebook page, she asked if we could post it on Scoop, so we did. And it's here on bigcatrescue.org/news. And it's saying there is a coronavirus 10 times more deadly than COVID-19. And it's transmitted primarily through camels. And while you may not think that's important, all of these pandemics and all of these zoonotic diseases that are out there that involve transmission between animals and humans are exactly why we need to protect our planet. We need to stop cub petting so that we can actually save the tiger in the wild. And saving the tiger in the wild only happens when the ecosystem is in perfect balance. And so by putting our focus on balancing nature and allowing nature to be nature without our interference in any way, that's what will bring our planet back to the status where we need fresh air and fresh water, and it can actually produce those things. And so this is all tied to climate change, which is, a lot of people are talking about how fossil fuels are a big part of climate change because nobody wants to talk about the real issue, which is our diets. There are too many people eating too many animals, and that is the only reason we are in, well, not the only, that is the biggest reason that we are in the trouble we're in right now. We just need to stop eating animals. And I know that you think you have the right to eat whatever you want to eat, and there's so many people who are going to be all hateful with me for having said this, but if you want to live in a planet that has fresh air and fresh water, and you want to continue to breed like rabbits, then you're going to have to eat like rabbits. And there's just no other way that we're going to be able to save ourselves. And this article is a really good warning as to what's coming down the pike. We think, oh man, all we got to do is get vaccinated and things are going to be back to normal. No, because we have not learned our lesson yet, and we are not doing the things necessary to save our planet and save ourselves. And speaking of which, it's not on here yet, but there is a really good video that the Born Free just put out. So keep watching this page because I am sure it will show up there by tomorrow. I have a couple of coordinator reports. This one is from Erin, 22 hours ago. She says, Erin Carden says, what a day. Lauren started us off with AM meds. Nisha was observed feeding big cats for the first time by Bonnie. Julia was also observed for a sign-off by Kat. Fred and Dylan made sure all the other cats got fed. Sebastian and Steph Krause joined us for cleaning. And Robin is now back for a level 2 internship. Oh, I hadn't seen her out there yet. Pam was a bunch of help in the gift shop. Joyce came in and helped Kat get food prep done in the morning, and afterwards I took Kat for her last enrichment sign-off for big cats. After cleaning, everyone had lunch, and then Kat, Dylan, Nisha, Sebastian, and Robin raked around the big and small cat cages. The leaves have finally stopped falling, and maybe they'll let us catch up. Bonnie took care of PM supplements, and Brittany made sure our angel bobcat was taken care of and that all of the cats got their PM meds. Thanks for a great day. And then January 24th, Jennifer Russick said, another Sunday in the books. Misha, Joyce, Deidre, Richie, Regina, Tammy Ford, and Sebastian Aroso all worked on the leaves on Tiger Row. Simba Tiger slept through the whole project. Lacey Benton had a great operant conditioning session with Frankie Bobcat. Deidre, Lisa, and Sarah did operant conditionings with the small cats. Deidre, Stephanie, Barbara Brooks, Angel, Rebecca, Sebastian, and Sarah Dupree all gave out enrichment to the cats. Lisa Spencer Novak and I finished on PM chores while Becky Gagliardo gave out meds. Great day, now time for football. And that catches you up to date. You can find us on all of the social sites as Big Cat Rescue, or our website is over 10,000 pages of all the new videos and everything happening at the sanctuary, and that's at bigcatrescue.org.